If you ain't first, you're last.
All right, first we had Missouri versus Army. That was the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Army won this one 24-22. I got 2 points in this one. Don't forget, each one of these is worth 2. The semifinal playoff games are worth 4 apiece. So interesting about this one is Mizzou opened up their quarterback competition after Connor Bazelak's struggles. Brady Cook won that starting job as a freshman, so that was kind of an interesting development as things got underway. Tyler Beatty sat this game out, which his presence was sorely missed, but can't blame him. He's getting ready for the NFL. Mizzou, they got off to a fast start in this one, leading 16-7 at half, but the second half was mostly dominated by the Army, even though the backup quarterback Tyler had to come in when Christian Anderson, their starter, went down late in the third. Tyler threw a touchdown, and then Mizzou answered with one of their own, taking back the lead 22-21 with a minute 11 left in the game. But then Army marched down the field, and yes, pun was intended there. Marched. Haha. Wait, I gotta. Yep. Yeah.
That's where we're at tonight.
Okay. And Cole Talley hit a 41-yard field goal as time expired to win it. So, not off to a great start here. And as we'll talk about, SEC kind of struggling. But anyway, Jesse, what are your thoughts on this one?
Toughness Tuesday does not stand up to patriotism, is what we learned. Truly. No, I mean, the Tigers went in, their secondary was shorthanded, and I think it showed. Then they lost multiple players in the first half. And I wondered too, I know they said they opened up quarterback competition, but with Connor Bazelak entering the transfer portal, I have no doubt that has something to do with it as well. But Army only threw one pass in the first half, and it was good for 42 yards. And, they were 5 for 8 in the second half for 53 yards. So really their running game is kind of what took them there. Army did, the Black Knights as they are called. They entered this game 128th out of 130 FBS teams at averaging 94.8 yards per game. So not huge, but big enough to beat Mizzou, who is struggling and has been all year and barely made this bowl game. But yeah, they were able to Army was able to snap a 7-game losing streak against Power 5 teams with their first win since 2017. So, very interesting there.
Well, Matt, you called it. You liked the matchup. Missouri has been horrible against the run this year, and that's what they do. So, what were your thoughts?
First off, I want to go on record as saying I'm glad Missouri lost this game. My hate and vitriol for Coach Drinky, I think, is well established. So there's that. And like I said, we know that Missouri's run defense was terrible. And Army delivered. That's a run first team. It's a run only team practically. So you give up 211 yards on the ground, you're not going to be able to be very successful at stopping them. So I was a little shocked it was as close as it was. I was expecting Missouri to give up, not score as much as they did, but here we are. So SEC off to a rousing start this bowl season. So more to follow.
And